Dean Hankey, Claude Haggerty, Value, Impact, Profitcast Live, your money-making marketing magic Profitcast for you and your successful business. First of all, let us know that you're here and where you're chiming in from. Dr. Brett in the house. Yo, bro, we need to catch up. It's been a minute. We need to catch up. So, and hey, what a great conversation we have on board for you today. Profit producing positioning or profitable pitch presentation. Perfect product positioning or profitable pitch presentations. If you had to choose one, now let me give you the story. I was doing a clubhouse room a couple of weeks ago, and a variation of this question, positioning or pitching, if you had to choose one, which would you choose? And I have to say, I got beat up so badly, you can still see some of the bruises. I mean, I was the only guy. Everybody else said one perspective, and I'll reveal that to you in a minute. And I was the only guy going, wow, really? And here's the end of the story. That is that you get to choose for yourself, because guess what? It's your business. Whether you have a perfect product position or you have a profitable pitch presentation. If you had to choose one, which one would you choose and why? Claude, what would you select? And while Claude's going there, do us a favor, put in the chat comments, would you choose positioning or would you choose a pitch presentation? So,
do you want me to answer what I would choose, me personally?
Yes, I want you to, give us your
1,000,000%. I probably would have done the same. If I was in your room with you, I probably would have been beat up with you, because 1,000,000%, I would go, like in Texas Hold'em, like this, all in, right? I would go all in on, I would take the profitable pitch presentation. Right. Because I think that if you have the ability to go present what you have, the opportunity is everywhere you look, right? That's what I would take. Yeah. I would give up on the website and all the marketing and graphics, and I would give all that up to be able to go and pitch.
So now let me be fair. And here was the presentation. And by the way, I fell on the pitch side. I fell on the profitable. Listen, when push comes to shove, a stark, like literally fall out of the womb beginner to a established, experienced, credible expert in your field. If I was starting over again tomorrow, I would choose the same thing, which is the profitable pitch presentation. Because here's when it comes to, but let me be fair. The part of the presentation was that, hey, you give a great pitch or presentation, and guess what? People go to your website and they see you don't have a website, or they go and you don't match their idea of what your pitch presented. So what would you say to somebody like that? We have one, and Chad says positioning. He would choose positioning over pitching. Good. That's one vote. Go ahead and put your vote, pitching or presentate, or positioning. Positioning. Here's positioning or profitable pitching. Okay, I'm sorry. So if now I lost my spot.
You were saying someone asked, well, what happens if they met with them and you pitched them, and then they went to your website to check out your credentials or check out who you were if you didn't have a website? So that's the question you were asking, right? How would you, right?
Right. So and Chad says this is good. Chad says pitching gets you positioning. If you have positioning, you already have accomplished what you need. Interesting perspective. And again, hey, I'm willing to take another lashing. If you believe that positioning, which is fine, by the way, this is a conversation, a debate over position and perspective. So whether you have positioning or the ability to pitch, and Claude has come down on the side of he would choose pitching every time. I personally would choose pitching, and I'll make clear my position here in just a second. Chad says positioning. He would choose positioning because pitching gets you positioning. I'm not sure I agree with that tenet, but that being said, I mean, certainly can contribute to it. So I'm sorry. What else would you say about it, Dr. Claude? I'm happy to give my.
Well, the thing is, one of the reasons I like pitching better is because, the question was, what if you pitched them and then they went to your website, you didn't have one? Well, if you pitched them properly, they wouldn't need to go to your website.
Correct.
Right? If you pitched them properly, they wouldn't be anywhere where they would need to go.
Yep.
Because basically, if I approach you and say, hey, I have an idea on how you and I can help each other, and we sat down face to face or on Zoom, and it's like, let's brainstorm how you and I can profit by partnering with each other, and we come to terms on how we can help each other. I don't need you to go check out a website or check out some fancy pictures or anything like that, in my honest opinion, right?
Correct. Now, let me give a little bit of balance to the conversation too. I will say that every one of the other people that came down on the side of positioning was either a speaker trainer or a bureau speaker booker agency. This was specifically 2 speakers, by the way. And I still maintain that the perspective of pitching will outperform proper or product positioning every time. And here's why. I'm going to tell you my answer in a story. When I was 7 years old, I was out booking more gigs than every other highly positioned performer in my market. People who've been established, have all the credibility, had all the websites, had all the credentials, and had everything over this 7-year-old fat waddly magician who simply walked into a school, group, or organization and said, I have an idea that will help you. Now, I didn't have a website. Of course, at that time, there was no such thing as a website, but I didn't have a marketing like Claude when he walked in and got the East Edmonton Mall, the world's largest mall at the time. He had 2 Polaroid pictures in his pocket and an irresistible pitch. Now, my guess is at that time, you also didn't have like a fancy website or extensive marketing promotion. And by the way, you were up against, if we said their name, you would recognize it, for the highest paid performers ever on the planet he was pitching against. And who got the deal to grand open the East Edmonton Mall when nationally recognized draws and semi-gods and impresarios and, chiseled human examples of greatness and blah, blah, blah. And who got the gig?
I got the gig out of 2,000 proposals. Did a little show there for 140,000 people.
Little show. Just a little show. Yeah. So, and it's not because you had great positioning. Did you have a website? No, there wasn't even a website.
I certainly didn't have the best show either, but I certainly had the best pitch that they've heard in a while.
That's right. That's exactly right. So as a 7-year-old, I was outperforming the established, the credible, the positioned experts in my market solely on the principle of a unique, irresistible pitch presentation, which is we have 2 options, one where you pay me, the other where I pay you. Which would you like to talk about first? And not because I was looking for gigs, not because I was looking for paychecks or paydays or opportunities to perform or bookings or any of that stuff. I was strictly looking to, who can I help? How can I help? Who can I help? How can I help? So I found the people I could help, which happened to be at that time school groups, charitable cause groups or organizations, social civic leaders, faith-based foundations, things like that. And to make an irresistible offer. I'll do a show, we'll sell some tickets, and we'll pay you to partner with us so that you get funds and awareness for your cause group or organization. Do you think they cared about what my website at that time could have looked like, even if there was such a thing as a website? My credibility was in the garbage because there was none. And all the other performers or presenters who were highly positioned were coming to me saying, how are you getting all the work? As a 7 to 16-year-old.
How many times have you and I went in, pitched somebody, organization, school, fair, exhibition, shopping mall, and they took us to their filing cabinets. They opened up 17 drawers of all the fancy proposals, and they haven't even been opened. The envelopes haven't even been opened.
That is correct.
There's all your fancy marketing right there. And you're sitting there waiting for a call. Well, guess what?
Not
They haven't
coming.
even opened it.
That's right. That's exactly right. Brett says, I think pitch. You can position yourself as the best, but without people to talk to, you have no clients. And here's the thing, because of the way that we offer this, and I will, again, finally, one person who voted for us, right? And again, hey, listen, if I had to have a contest between who's going to get better rewarded, who's going to get more work more often, as much as they want, who's going to have the freedom to do what they want, where they want, as often or as little as, and not have to wait for the phone to ring or the text to ping, not have to wait for a perfect opportunity, the suns and moons and stars to align for perfect and the right price point and all that stuff for me to have somebody call me up to get that gig because of all this air quotes positioning, which again, by the way, please hear us correctly. Yes, you have to be great. Yes, you should have great positioning, credibility, and all that stuff. But here, if push comes to shove, I will choose pitch every single time. My pitch will outperform your presentation and positioning every single time. Every single time. And it's because I'm initiating the conversation. I'm not waiting for them to stumble upon my marketing. I'm not waiting for some bureau to respond. I'm not waiting for the irresistible offer and opportunity in the position. So Brett says, I think pitch. Thank you. I feel validated all of a sudden.
You know, how many times have we been traveling, broke
That's right.
down, had major engine problems on the side of the highway, and the mechanic says, no problem, come back in 2 or 3 hours, that'll be $2,500. You think, oh my God, where am I going to get $2,500?
Right.
So you walk down the street, you walk into our organization, you're like, do I got a deal for you? Do I got a deal for you?
That's right.
And you leave with $2,500, so happens, and you move on, right?
That's right.
Not that that's ever happened.
Right? Yeah, no, only a couple of times. Yeah. So here's the thing. Listen, I'm not, again, good news. It's not an either or conversation. You should have great positioning, product positioning, and you have to have a profitable pitch presentation. And again, I'm not a big fan of the word pitch. Reminds me of somebody throwing something at you fast and hard. Instead, I like to gather together with people to make an irresistible invitation for a win-win community cross promotion that rocks for everybody. Like you win, I win, we all win, everybody wins. So here is clearly, it's not an either or, but to this conversation, if I had to choose between perfect positioning and the perfect pitch, I would choose the perfect pitch every single time, because the pitch will outperform the position. Because unless you talk to somebody, as Brett said, unless you talk to somebody, you're talking to thin air. Nothing happens till you make it happen. And that's what pitching is. Listen, I will also say, again, I have great respect. I love, absolutely adore these conversations that we had. And it was not adversarial in any way, shape, or form. It was just a hypothetical question if we had to choose. And again, I lost that battle royale like badly. So, and hey, listen, I think position is powerful thing you must have in your arsenal. But if you had to choose between one, my pitching will outperform your positioning every single time, because I'm in control of my pitching. Yeah, you're in your control of your positioning, but it doesn't mean that you're going to get people to look at your positioning. And here's the thing. People are so weary of that fake guruism that, listen, I can put a great website up there. I can put a great video up there. I can put a great positioning brand package up there and still suck as a human being and as a performer or presenter. So that position is no real tell when it comes right down to it. I mean, yeah, hopefully you're a person of integrity and that you are going to, but we all know great marketers who are terrible human beings and terrible present list. Some of the best people in our industry, by the way, are now have a day job because even though their positioning is far and away superior to mine and Claude's combined, put together by a long, and people have some beautiful freaking websites, amazing position, credibility, and relationships. When the shift happened on this planet, who was still growing their business? And who didn't have to go out and get a job, journey of the broke job? Again, no offense. And listen, understand me correctly. Both are great. Both are great. But if I had to choose every single time, and Brett also says, I will add the number one website on Google gets business because of some sort or of pitch. It's the formula of any ad or sales copy. Yes, your ability to persuade will make all the difference. And listen, you could have a beautiful website, and if I call you up personally and I have a lesser website, a lesser positioning, 9 times out of 10, unless I am clearly the wrong solution, I will get that gig. No offense, and it has nothing to do with me. People will do business with people they know, like, and trust. And if they're just looking at your positioning, or they're talking to my pitch, listening to my pitch, almost always my pitch will outperform your positioning. Would that be an accurate assessment, Dr. Claude?
Oh, without question. Some of the guys who competed with me for events like West Edmonton Mall was one, right? I went, I had a conversation with them. I made them an offer they couldn't refuse. That's and right. 2,000 proposals come in with their fancy proposals and positioning, and hands down, I got the gig.
That's right. So the proof is in the pudding. And we only say what we know to be true based on our road-tested, real-world result-getting experience. And by the way, I wish I could say I have brilliant, beautiful organizational positioning. I have okay. My website's just okay. As a matter of fact, I think it's kind of crap. But that being said, very few people ever go there to look at it before they talk to me because I choose who I work with. I do that on purpose. I don't let agents, bureaus, agencies, those kinds of things. I don't let people shop me. I find and identify people I want to work with, when I want to work with them, where I want to work with. This is our working definition of freedom. Give it to us again. What is the definition of freedom, Dr. Claude?
We work the days we want to work. We work in the cities that we want to work. We work at the time that we want to work. We work with groups, individuals, nonprofit groups that we choose to work with on the days that we want to work, as much or as little as we want.
That's right. What could be more freedom level than that, right? I don't have to wait. And I'm not up against 15 other speakers or performers or presenters. I'm not in the pool of consideration. It's either me or nobody.
Speaking of positioning, not only did I not have a website, my phone number was unlisted.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want people calling me for gigs.
That's right. Yep. Up until recently, when you didn't have a choice, I were very purposefully deranked myself I took away any alt tags. I took away any of those little hidden tall tale signs that everybody was desperately looking for. SEO, search engine optimization. I don't want to be accidentally stumbled upon and found and put into a pool of commodities. Okay, here's all speakers who, even if they have a niche, we want a business speaker who speaks specifically on the marketing of people magic, the magic of human engagement. Even if they have my exact topic as their ideal speech presentation and or performance presentation, I don't want to be up against 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 or 20 or 100 other who might fall into that cesspool of consideration. Sorry. I just don't. Either I can be of value for you or I can't. And I don't want to be. Listen, there are 8 billion people on the planet. Not all of those people are for you and for me. How about the next 8? How about the next 80 or 800 or whatever, right? So I think I already should. The number one gets business. Yeah, because. Thank you. So yeah, absolutely. So what is your answer? Go ahead and post it one more time. We have right now on this conversation, again, this all started because, because Claude and I were having a conversation about 10 minutes ago, now 20 minutes ago. And we said, we gotta bring this to the people. So, but a couple of weeks ago, I got drastically bloodied and bruised at the hands of other incredibly awesome, amazing professionals who I love and adore. It was a great conversation, by the way. But the conversation was perfect product positioning or profitable pitch presentation. If you had to choose one, and be clear again, you don't have to choose in today's day and age. You have to have both. But if I had to choose one, I fell down on the side of I'd much rather have a profitable pitch presentation than perfect product positioning, because I am in control of my success in this way. I don't have to wait for other people. Even if I proactively send out my perfect product positioning, even if I send it out, and I'm sending out to the same people for the same opportunity, for the same conversation, and I actually engage them with a profitable pitch presentation. No offense. I don't care. I don't care if you're Tony Robbins or David Copperfield. I'm still probably, and the only reason I know this is because I've had it happen. People who are way better positioned in my various markets, both in magic and as a speaker presenter. Right. So, and I got the gig for more money, right? Because human connection will outperform any pretty presentation every single time. Well, I shouldn't say every single, but enough of the time that I can say every single time, feel confident about it. Right? So, your final votes are in. Whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this in the replay, put in pitch or put in position. If you believe position, great. And if you have a great position, I'd love to see your positioning. I'd love to see your website. I'd love to see your pretty downloads. I'd love to see your one sheet or your speaker presentation, or I'd love to see your whatever it is, YouTube channel, whatever it is. If it's pitch, I'd love to find out a little bit more. What is it? What is your irresistible offer and opportunity that people literally can't say no to, and why? So pitch or position, and why? Love to have that conversation. We'll check back, we'll comment, we'll respond, we'll do whatever we have to, but we'd love to hear your presentation. Listen, I love being wrong, because if I'm right all the time, I don't change, and neither do you. Neither do you, right? Wow, sweet. What a sweet man. Thank you. Two of the best dudes. Means you need to get out and meet some more people. No, we love you desperately, brother. Remember, tomorrow, 11 o'clock, not 10. No, 11. Yeah, 11 o'clock. So that's for Chad. So anyway, right? He says, laugh out loud. So anyway, that's it. That's all. So you get to decide. And by the way, we say have the best irresistible offer, opportunity, invitation, and presentation, pitch presentation. And when people go to check you out, have the perfect product positioning, as good as it can be. Now, here's the thing. Do it with all massive integrity. Good news travels fast. Bad news travels even faster. So be as good as you say you are. And if you're just leveraging, if you're just emerging, if you're just aspiring in your industry, then say so. Hey, listen, I would love to come speak for you. And my prices reflect that. And right, exactly. That is 11 o'clock, always my time. I deal with thousands of people, and if I had to keep in mind everybody's time zone, my head would not be on my shoulders. So thank you. So, okay. Have a great day, Brother Brett. Says, let me know when you want to catch up. Be happy to. So, all right. Appreciate you guys. See, get done. Hey, if you want to find out more about this idea of getting more business, making more, money, generating more service and impact for others, go to valueimpactprofit.com. It's right there at the bottom of the screen, valueimpactprofit.com. And there are free tools, gifts, trainings, resources, assets, information, help you grow your business. And you will understand very clearly, especially if you click on that big red button and watch that micro training there, you'll get a very clear understanding of how you can start making money as a professional performer or presenter in your industry, in your region, simply by serving other people with a very good, effective, irresistible offer and opportunity. It is a 4-video, actually 5 if you include the intro, a 4-video training, which will take you step by step through the ESP, the events, how to book, create, launch, and leverage your own events, how to get them highly sponsored and specifically successful, and then ESP, events, sponsors, and profits, how to make massive profits by serving people on an ongoing basis. It really is that simple. Do not overcomplicate this stuff. Go out and serve some people. The more value you create, the more impact and income you'll create. That's it. That's it. The more value you create, the more impact and income you'll make. There's no more complicated than that. It really is that simple. Add value that generates impact for others, and then everybody profits emotionally, spiritually, relationally, intellectually, and of course, as business leaders, financially. So go out and serve more people. Serve your way to success. Valueimpactprofit.com. No ugly opt-ins, slimy sales page, funky funnels, no salesman will call. That's right. Free gifts and tools to help you grow your business starting as soon as today. Valueimpactprofit.com. Dean Hakey, Claude Haggerty, thank you so much. Closing thoughts, Dr. Claude?
Sure. Just leave your comments below, whether you suggest a pitch or you rather have the product positioning. Interesting to see your comments. Looking forward to continuing this conversation, and reach out to myself or Dean at any time to see if we can help you further to move on, because there's more opportunity right now than ever before.
Oh my gosh.
So
Ever before. People need your help now more than ever. We're desperate for your help. Valueimpactprofit.com.